really interesting because obviously there are books, there are video games that already depict the world in one way. We obviously went back to the books themselves for descriptions of the world. The fun thing is that the continent isn't in our understanding of time, our human understanding of time. You don't get to align it. It's not medieval. You don't get to align it with any historical events. So we really had this big, wide open, so many choices. And our production designer, when he came in, Andrew Laws, basically I said that one of the things I was most interested in doing is using real locations, being practical, not doing everything CG. So we started to talk about if we were shooting in some place and the building was a Gothic style, then we would talk about where was The Witcher's Gothic period? What was that marked by? So we started to align the history of our world, which is sets and props and costumes, and then try to align them with changes that are happening in the continent and make up basically our own time. Everything is from, obviously we have the best team imaginable, and the imaginations of our costume designer and of our production designer and art director, they're pretty stunning.
Yeah, people always ask me, did you have to work with a lot of green screen? And I really didn't. I always felt really, it was created around me with the costumes as well. And yeah, going onto set, you really do feel like you're in that world. It's amazing.
And we shot in 5 different countries. We shot mainly in Hungary, but we also shot in Poland, we shot in the Canary Islands, we shot in London a little bit, and we shot in Vienna. And so we also, we were hanging off the sides of mountains occasionally and on black sand beaches and, hiking up places. It was immersive. And I think, what Freya is saying about being cold at night, that was a lot of it too. We shot a lot of nights in the elements, in the rain, used everything that we could to really feel like we were in this world.
There was a lot of hot water bottles at the start, wasn't it?
The very first thing I did when I sold the series is I flew to Poland. I met with the author, Andrzej Sapkowski, and I basically toured around the country just to see what there was. And amazingly, Groźnik Castle we ended up shooting at, it was one of the very first places I visited, and I took a ton of pictures because it was so beautiful. And all through the season we just kept thinking what could that be for us? And we ended up premiering it in the season finale, so that was very important.
E aí galera, espero que vocês tenham gostado da legenda. Aqui quem fala é a Júlia Barcelos. Se você já curte o nosso trabalho, é muito importante que você se inscreva agora no canal, clica no sininho para receber todas as notificações dos vídeos que a gente vai fazer. Saiba que tem muita coisa legal te esperando aqui no Megascópio. Um mega beijo pra vocês!